Welcome back to Desert Spotlight. I'm your host, Pearce Lochner, and I'm here with Cris Arteaga, and we're going to talk about his documentary. Can you give us a little bit about it, Cris?
Yes. So it's called One of the 800,000 Dreamers. It's about my friend Carlos Baghdad. He is a DACA student, and what happened is that DACA was rescinded, and after DACA was rescinded, he kind of lost hope. And basically, it's about him talking about what he does nowadays, and he hopes that one day he can go back to school and, you know, just get back to his daily routine, and he hopes that DACA doesn't get rescinded.
Well, I was actually lucky enough to see this documentary already, and we're going to check it out right now.
This is a new era. This is the Trump era. The lawlessness, the abdication of duty to enforce our laws, and the catch and release policies of the past are over.
There was a lot of, violence. I didn't necessarily live in the best neighborhood. We immigrated to the United States in 2005 with my stepdad. And basically I just left all my family and I came here for a new opportunity and to, echarle ganas como decimos, how we say, to move forward. Sometimes I ask my mom, like, why did you make such a big sacrifice, or why did you, decide to leave your whole family, everyone you loved, for just something new? And she said she did it for me and for my little brother too. The reason why I run is because it became an outlet for, my everyday life or struggles, Pretty much I did it because it was a good way to let out my feelings, my energy. It was also very rewarding.
Alright, Carlos, push it, let's go. Alright, he's looking good, Let's see if we can do it. See if we can pull the last 100 meters. Let's see. Oh, he's going. Oh, he's starting. Oh, and there was a guy right in front of us. But okay, let's go. Now we're back in track. Oh, don't let him beat you, Carlos. Come on, there's a guy pushing. Carlos gotta go. Where is he? Okay. Come on, Carlos, you gotta push it. Carlos pushing, but it doesn't look like it's good enough. Let's go, Carlos! Let's go! Let's go! That's a freshman!
I had to stop going to college because tuition was triple the amount if you came from in-state to out-of-state once DACA was rescinded. And that was like at the time I got the news it was rescinded, I was at nationals running outdoor in Kansas.
President Trump has decided to end a program which shielded an estimated 800,000 people from deportation if they were brought to America illegally as children. Attorney General Jeff Sessions announced the cancellation of the program, which allowed undocumented immigrants brought to America as children to stay and work legally. An estimated 800,000 DACA recipients are given work permits, which last for 2 years, and the administration will phase out the program by allowing current permits to expire.
I'm here today to announce that the program known as DACA that was effectuated under the Obama administration is being rescinded. This does not mean they are bad people or that our nation disrespects or demeans them in any way. It means we are properly enforcing our laws as Congress has passed them.
Get the fuck out of here! Our country! Proud fucking American! Made in USA, bitch! Made in fucking USA! Go fucking cook my burritos, bitch! Go fucking make my tortilla, motherfucker! And build that fucking wall for me!
I got the news, and I was like, well, I'll just have to take a break. I'll still have to go at it. I still have to train. I'll still have to, pretty much live the normal life. But I won't go to school. I'll work instead. So it was either work or school, and I chose work.
Come up. And squeeze, 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 squeeze. Breathe, breathe, and right back down. Come up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then right back down.
I just have a handful of clients right now because I'm just starting. This is my third week there. And what's it called? I plan to, in the future, hold my own business, my own gym, or just have like my own little personal training business where I go to you and, or I take you out places, or you meet me here or there, and we can just work out. I plan to do that and, change a lot of people's lives with fitness.
Give me 2 more on each side. 4 total. All you. You got this. You got this. Up and then right back down. Good. Go back to a lunge. Come straight up. Switch the foot. There you go. Good, good, good. You got 2 more. 2 more. 2 more. All you. Let's go. Let's push, 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 push. Let's get it done. Let's go. Let's go. Up. Last one. Last one. El último. Vamos. Vamos, vamos. Arriba, arriba. Yeah, that one. Yeah, perfect. Good. And then switch it off. There you go. Last one. Done. Done. Oh, man. Done. Hi, how you doing?
I chose work because, one, it's important to first, pay the bills, because if you don't pay the bills, I don't want to, have my mom under serious, my constant worries about how are we gonna get money for the rent, how are we gonna, pay insurance, like all that. And so I wanted to, give her more ayuda, more help. And so I shied away from school. I took a break. I took 1 year, and now it's gonna be 2 years. And they say once you take a break, it's hard for you to get back, and I'm seeing why now. And I'm still gonna save up money. I'm going to I still have hope, I still have hope to go back, finish my 1 year of eligibility, and hope for transfer to 4-year university and finish off my running career, at a big university, and just hopefully D1. I'll be happy with D2 or D3. An opportunity is an opportunity for me, and any scholarships or anything, I'll quickly take advantage of it, and I'll get my education and my fun with running while I'm at it.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Cris, I want to thank you again for giving us an opportunity to check this out. I think it's really important that we got to take a look to see what's going on with DACA and how there are real people affected by this. Why did you make this? Why is this important to you?
The reason why I made this was because I care about, the community where I live.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of undocumented first generation college students, and my friend Carlos Bugdad, he crossed the border at a very young age, and I met him in high school, and we grew up very close. And then he got the opportunity to keep going to college and pursue like a college to pursue a career. And what happened is that after he heard about the news of DACA being rescinded, he kind of lost hope, and he was like kind of like sad about it because he kind of lost everything.
But so I think that it's enticing to come because there's a thing called the American Dream, and the people who are in DACA are referred to as the Dreamers. Do you think that the redaction of DACA is inherently contradictory to the idea of the American Dream? Like, does it almost doesn't seem fair that we entice people to come to America, and we give them this dream, and then DACA was taken away. It's almost like a kick in the face. Like, what do you think? What do you think that DACA's relationship to the American Dream is?
So it basically gives them hope, and it gives them a lot of opportunity to just keep doing their daily things without being in danger of being like what we say in our community is just getting stopped by the police. If you get stopped by the police, they're gonna ask for your identification, and if they ask for your identification and you don't have any, and they're like, you're not a resident here, what are you doing? We're gonna have to take you to jail. That's what worries them a lot. And what DACA is that it gives them the opportunity to stay here and just to live their lives and to be like nice and calm and to just go to school, go to work, the kind of thing that most Americans do here is just they go to work, they're happy, they're with their families, That's what they want.
It's just the promise of like a good life.
Yeah,
and
the promise of a good life.
That's awful that it was taken away.
Yeah.
But I think that your friend Carlos is he's got a great story because he was hopeless, and he had like so many people that were taken out. 800,000 people, but he didn't he didn't fail after that. He rose up, and he's working towards to go back to school. And you said something to me earlier before this about he came to you and he was so bent out of shape. What did you say? What were you?
Yeah, so I was I messaged him and I was like, hey, let's go for a hike, and he was like, yeah, let's go. And then I asked him a question, hey, are you still in school? And he was like, no, like DACA was rescinded, so like I can't go to school anymore because like I have to pay out-of-state tuition because I'm not from here and I don't have the money for it. And when I heard about that, I was like, wow. And I don't really have much money, so I was like, if you need anything, I'm here to help. Anything, I know where you're coming from. I also have parents that are undocumented, and we're in this together. If you ever need anything, I'm here to help.
Do you think does Carlos still believe in the American Dream? Does he like? I know that he's now just working towards going back to school. Does he still think that this is the land of opportunity, and that there's even though that he doesn't have the support of the government, even though, obviously, we talked about earlier that DACA is actually voted unlawful now, which is a great step in the right direction. Do you think that that's giving more people hope, and does that returning Carlos's hope in being an American?
Yeah, definitely. And this just doesn't apply to just Carlos. It applies to millions of young people that are outside of this country, because there's 800,000 dreamers, and most of it is of people from Mexico, and then most of the people also come from Central America, South America, Europe, Africa, and this is basically still the land, that everyone wants to come here and, just want to live here and be safe, because in other countries I know that, the government
It's
is
not the safest
not
place.
yeah, it's just not good at all.
Well, I'm glad that we had an opportunity to talk about one of the 800,000 Dreamers. And this isn't just the only thing. There's going to be more. This is just the pilot of an ongoing thing, right?
Yes. I'm hoping to do maybe 2 more stories.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do a follow-up on Carlos Baghdad. And I want to see, I want to show the audience what he's been up to now that, DACA is not rescinded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that I love this documentary. I love the idea because it is giving hopeless people something to believe in, saying like, oh, there's somebody who was in the same situation as me and they pulled themselves up by their bootstraps, and which, I mean, at the end of the day, that is the American dream, is just being in an environment where you can make something of yourself, and you did it by yourself. And I think that is great that your documentary is showing us that. So how will you know? When will you be happy with the documentary? Like, how will you know if it worked for you?
Once he gets into college, and starts his career, and that's when I'll be happy.
That's dope. That is awesome. So we're actually at a soccer field right now. The game just ended. What were you doing here?
I was recording a game, so I currently have an internship for Telemundo, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
I come here every week, and I just record the game. We have this series called Game of the Week, and the game, we show the highlights of all the goals every Monday at 4 p.m. on Telemundo. And, that's basically all I do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you're working for Telemundo, and you're also doing this. You're doing everything. How soon can we expect to see those other documentaries? And are you seeing, as a 2-parter, are you seeing Telemundo as like where your career is going off from then, or are you going to stay in the documentary game?
I want to stay in the documentary game because there's just a lot of stories out there that need to be told. And I just want those stories to be told. And I want the right people to hear it so they can, do something about it, make a change, do something right about it.
Well, I want to thank you again for coming on to Desert Spotlight. And thanks, everybody, for showing up and checking it out.